State Champs Game Time Live is powered by Lawrence Technological University. Game Time Live is also brought to you by the Michigan Army National Guard and the MHSAA.
The madness of March is right around the corner, but first, conference titles are on the line. That's the case here at Oakland University. Welcome inside the O-Arena. I'm Ryan Slocum alongside Patty Cesarini, and we said it. Conference title on the line in the Catholic League. We have a huge doubleheader for you right here on the State Champs Sports Network, beginning with the ladies. Jackson Lumen Christi taking on Orchard Lake St. Mary's. Maybe defense against offense in this one. Start with Orchard Lake. It all begins with Allie Crate.
Absolutely, averaging 17 points a game, and when she gets in space, that's when she's really dangerous. But where she's grown the most this season is in facilitating that offense. And also, she's a defensive warrior. She's averaging around 4.5 steals per game, so watch out for her. And then the exciting matchup is going to be between her and Kenna Hunt.
And speak of Kenna Hunt, she gets it going for the Titans, and actually they have a slew of sophomores led by her.
Yeah, we'll start with her. 20 points per game, also averaging 4.5 steals per game, and she's their defensive guru. Coach tells her, go lock them up, puts them on their opponent's best players in every single game. And like I said, this is going to be a fun one to watch, especially when those two are going to be battling it out.
The two best teams in the Catholic League all season long playing for the title. We will have the tip-off coming up right after this.
The future doesn't begin with answers. It begins with curiosity. Industries are evolving faster than ever, powered by technology and shaped by human insight. The next revolution is already underway, driven by data and intelligent systems, built across engineering, business, and healthcare. At Lawrence Technological University, curiosity becomes capability, and capability becomes momentum. Lead what's next. Be curious. Make magic.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
That's what Bernstein means to me.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
That's what Bernstein means to me.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T. R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
That's what Bernstein means to me.
We agree.
That's the Bernstein advantage.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T. That's what Bernstein means to me.
Looking for a score, a schedule, a story? MHSAA.com has you covered. Our newly redesigned website has everything you need to follow high school sports in Michigan. And it's optimized for mobile use. Fans can submit scores on a Friday night, check playoff pairings and game times, or read about the student athletes from your community. Your first stop is MHSAA.com. Connect with us online and get everything you need all in one place.
Welcome in to the arena on the campus of Oakland University for this Catholic League championship game between Orchard Lake St. Mary's, our 16th ranked team, and the 10th ranked team in the state, Jackson Lumen Christi. Thank you for joining us here. Ryan Slocum alongside Patty Cesarini. Patty talked about it in the open. We have a great matchup, maybe two different types of teams. Offense for Orchard Lake, defensive squad for Jackson Lumen Christi.
And the best matchups are always the teams that really get into the nitty-gritty, that can defend so much basketball nowadays. It's always a shootout, right? So it'll be really exciting to see this Lumen Christi defense. But on the flip side with Orchard Lake, they've got a ton of size too, right? So it's going to be a matter of how often can Orchard Lake really get their posts involved, and then how well can Lumen Christi defend it?
Yeah, it really is a matchup of a couple of different styles there. You see the point guard, Kenna Hunt, taking the jump, and it looks like we may get a second jump here. Number 1 in green. Orchard Lake St. Mary's wearing the home whites. Lumen Christi, the Titans, in the green, and there she is. We talked about Kenna Hunt, the super sophomore, taking the jump out here. She does a little bit of everything. You're going to be hearing her name a lot this afternoon and tonight. Here she is again on the jump, and she ends up winning it. All-league player Kenna Hunt with the ball top side. Comes around the screen, turnaround Jay. We saw her drilling that in the pregame warm-ups. That is her shot.
We said we knew what type of game this was going to be for her if she's hitting those fadeaway jumpers like that.
Averages 20 points per game. She hits the first bucket in this one. You talked about the post play. Orchard Lake St. Mary's has 2 post players out there. Kind of a matchup nightmare for certain teams with the 2 bigs on the block, but they get the turnover on the first possession. That's what Orchard Lake St. Mary's cannot afford to do here.
Yeah, Lumen Christi's averaging 20 turnovers a game, and that's without any traps.
Off the mark that time by Hunt. Here comes O'Lake in transition. Spot up triple on the wing. Around and out. Little fight for it on the ground there by the free throw line. Going to get a tie up, and that will stay with the Eaglets.
When Orchard Lake likes to push the pace of the basketball as well, you just got to be careful with those transition threes. Can't get too heavy on them, or else you're going to be going after a lot of rebounds, and you could, almost force Lumen Christi to just push it right back, right?
Reese Holton rolling to the cup, puts it up, gets the foul. Right on cue there, Patty. I was going to talk about Reese. She's a player who's missed the past 2 weeks. Was a game-time decision. She is healthy, as you can tell. She's out there. And for Jackson Lumen Christi, that changes a couple of things to have that other big out there, the junior, 6'1", and she knocks down the first free throw.
Yeah, she's a matchup problem for sure. And coming off that injury, and the other thing too is she's such a good passer, and that's important for a post player, especially when you've got your teammates out on the wing that can really shoot the ball. And that's also the key for Orchard Lake. They like to push the pace, and they like to shoot from the outside.
Here comes Lumen Christi. Triple out of the corner. Going to be short. And back the other way come the Eaglets. Top side, Brooke Shockey. Great cut. Can't get the shot to drop, though, and back come the Titans.
Yeah, nice little V cut from Larson there. Just couldn't get it to fall in the bucket.
Another open triple in the corner, passed up this time, brought in, little turnaround off the high glass, no good by Paige LaFear. Now it's Allie Crichton for 3, off the backside of the rim. Orchard Lake still has not found a bucket. This is Hunt kicking it back out. Another triple try, no good.
And you're going to see a lot of misses here early, right? You're getting used to a different environment.
Creighton again. On the other wing, same result. Back and forth they go. Here comes Hunt. Another triple, this time in the corner. Once again missed. Great box out there by Shockey, and she draws the foul.
That's kind of what I was mentioning earlier. If you're going to shoot transition threes, then you better be in there to rebound, because long shots make for long rebounds, and if they're going to keep playing at this pace, it's going to look a lot more like it just did until someone starts knocking down a couple of shots.
Brooke Shockey, the other senior on the block there, she rolls to the rim. 6-foot senior, averaging 10 points, 8 boards a night. And she double dribbled that time. Trying that baseline drive, and it's another turnover.
That defense from Lumen Christi really giving St. Mary's a little bit of trouble. They're going to have to work really hard off the ball to create movement, look for backdoor cuts, take easy shots, try and get things close to the basket, especially as you're trying to get your jump shots going again on a college court, new environment. Things look a little bit different. Of course, championship game 2, nerves are also in the mix early.
Another one of those sophomores with the ball right now. That's Lucy Rosick. One of 3 starters that are just sophomores here.
And coach said she's a pit bull. She'll do whatever it takes to win.
That was Hunt, and she is fouled on the way up. And that was Holton who got her. At Lawrence Technological University, your dream of scholarship-level collegiate athletics is real. LTU offers varsity sports for men and women while earning a world-class degree. Scholarships are available at LTURecruitYourself.com. Kenna Hunt at the free throw line knocks down the first. She's done all the scoring so far for Lumen Christi in this one. 3:20 into this game, just 1 bucket from the field so far. Kenna Hunt has it, and she's got a pair at the line. This is Allie Creighton, the All-League junior, 3-year player here at Orchard Lake St. Mary's. Now it's Shockey looking to do some damage. Goes up strong with the left hand. Didn't kiss it off the window, threw it up there, but she gets the bucket for Old Lake.
Yeah, that time just using her size to her advantage, averaging 10 points a game, 8 rebounds, lone senior for this squad as well, but backing them down into the paint, using her size to her advantage to get a little bit of a mismatch.
Ruby Boyce turned and knocked it back, and it is taken away here. Holton with it, dumps it down low. Great look, great finish. Allie Creighton.
Great find, and how about Holton taking the ball up the court? You don't see that too often from your post players, right? But I love that their head coach, Brad Creighton, gives her the trust to do so.
Good job getting it inside to LaFear. She gets hammered as she goes to put it up and will head to the line. But we know that's what the Eaglets want to do. They want to fly down that court. They want to get out in transition, make some space for Creighton, and you saw it right there. LaFear knocks down the first and knots this thing up at 5 apiece. And both of these teams were the top of the league all year, so it's only fitting that they meet here in the Bishop Championship game. Old Lake coming in 15-2. Second one is in, 8-0 in the Catholic League. Meanwhile, first year under Scott Stein, 14-2, 7-1 in league play for Jackson Lumen Christi. This is Shockey topside, running into trouble here. That incredible defense from Jackson Lumen Christi. How about the little spin? Great finish from the 6-footer.
Doing the same thing she did last time, just backing them down to get close enough to the basket.
Hunt comes right back at him, throws up the runner in the paint, gets it to drop. Lumen Christi back up 1. How about the triple try out of the corner? No good again. And we've got a little collision happening on the rebound. Going to go the way of Lumen Christi. Second on Holton, and that definitely hurts.
Yeah, that one will hurt. I can tell you right now, that floor is not very forgiving. I've taken a lot of spills on that thing.
Reese Holton comes out with her second foul. That means Josie Anderchek comes in, and she's been playing a lot of minutes the past couple of weeks. Well, Holton was out. So here she is back in with about 2:30 to play in the first. O'Dowd caught up, gets it out of there. Tristan Johnson with it. And they go back to Hunt. Here she goes down the lane again. How about that tough shot through traffic? Somehow got it off and got it to go. Back comes Creighton though, and she loses it.
But how about the crossover from Hunt? Just to get a little bit of space and goes right past him. Did have to work through a double team, but muscles it up and in. And Lumen Christi's going to have to do a little bit better of a job just getting all the way back on defense. We've seen a couple of those long court passes from Orchard Lake.
And we get a timeout here from Scott Stein as his team leads it 10-7, but didn't like what he saw there, so we called a timeout. And Scott Stein, you can't say enough about him. At Ypsilanti Arbor Prep, 3 state championships in the last 4 years, doing it with defense, and now doing it here again at Lumen Christi.
And the last one might even be the one that's most impressive. Had a 10-12 record heading into the playoffs and walked away with the state championship.
Sam Bernstein Law, injured? Get the Bernstein advantage. Call 1-800-CALL-SAM. Yeah, I was at that game, covered that game. Incredible what they do on the defensive end. And when our conversation with him pregame, he sounded kind of stupid when you ask, like, how do you get a team that plays this good a defense? Holding everybody in the 20s. How on earth do you do it? And now he's doing it again over here. There's that turnaround again by Hunt. Brought in by Shockey, but thrown away. There's the bucket and the foul. Boyce gets it done.
And she's not traditionally a center, but she plays it for Lumen. And coach even sang her praises defensively as well, saying she's always in the right spot. This time strips it away, muscles one up there. But he said she's a player that does the little things right and starting to become more confident on the offensive end.
Well, and that's how your defense is as good as it is. You do the little things, you hustle, you get on the floor, and you saw it there. After the rebound by Shockey, she stayed with it, put it up and in and won. And now another turnover. Lumen Christi with a 6-point lead, looking to add to it.
Nice little heads-up play from Hunt there. Just goes right off the legs and out of bounds of O'Lake.
This is Hunt. Screen comes from O'Dowd. Hunt pulls up for 3, rattles in and out.
Good shot. She'll take that all day long.
Here comes Crichton in transition. Pulls it back out. Has a man top side. Once again, the three-pointer won't go, but a great offensive board there. There's Andrzejczyk getting it done, and now she'll head to the line.
We're seeing that both teams now getting a little bit more comfortable with the 3-ball. Everything's just a little bit more on the mark. It's looking a little bit more natural. Again, that comes with time. And now as we're closing out the first quarter, I bet you as we move on through this game, we're going to start seeing a couple more of those start to drop.
First one is off the mark for the junior. Josie's second is short. And that's going to be off of O'Lake. And back to the ladies in green.
Saw Crichton get in there on the rebound too. She's averaging 5 a game for a guard. That's pretty dang good.
Kenna Hunt has come off the floor. Excuse me, there she is now with the ball. Rosick bringing it up that time. Now it's Hunt setting things up. .45 seconds to play here in the opening frame. Kenna taking her time. You saw Coach Stein hold up the 1. They're going to hold this for last. Here comes the screen from Boyce. Hunt going to work. Beautiful pass and hammered by Shockey is Rosick. Shockey did not like that call. But in the bonus now is Lumen Christi, and she will head to the stripe.
And give credit to the Eaglets as well. They're playing Hunt pretty well defensively, forcing her into a lot of double teams. But that's where you're going to see her start to make some really good passes as well. But hats off to the way that the Eaglets are really defending her right now, forcing her to make tough shots, not giving her anything easy.
Lucy gets them both. She averages over 13 points per game. And here we go, under 20 ticks left. St. Mary's down 8 here. They work the ball around to Crichton. 5 to go. Into the paint, runner is off, but another offensive rebound. That ball is blocked. Andrzejczyk tried to go back up with it, but now they have just 0.3 seconds. And a great job by Hunt on defense, knocking that ball back down the court. After 1 quarter of play, Jackson Lumen Christi is on top of Orchard Lake St. Mary's 15-7. We'll be right back after this.
If playing college sports is your dream, don't wait for a college coach to find you. Recruit yourself. At Lawrence Tech, we're looking for student athletes. LTU competes in the NAIA with 24 varsity sports and athletic scholarships. Explore new degree programs like sport management, where sports meets cutting-edge education. Visit LTURecruitYourself.com and just fill out the questionnaire. It's that easy. Lawrence Technological University. Be curious. Make magic.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T. That's what Bernstein means to me.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
That's what Bernstein means to me.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T. R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
That's what Bernstein means to me.
We agree.
That's the Bernstein advantage.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T. That's what Bernstein means to me.
Welcome back inside the Arena. For the Ladies Bishop Championship in the Detroit Catholic League, it's Jackson Lumen Christi on top of Orchard Lake St. Mary's after 1 quarter, 15-7. Thank you so much for being here with us. Ryan Slocum alongside Patty Cesarini. And you've got to be impressed. We've talked about it the entire game so far. That defense from Lumen Christi, you look up, only 7 points on the board for the Eaglets.
In Orchard Lake, they're getting pretty good looks. It's just not falling. Again, that'll come with time again as they start getting more comfortable too. Right here might be a different story.
Yeah, Kenna Hunt has had her way so far, as she has all season. She finds her lady Ruby Boyce in the corner for the long J. Just inside the line, that was a deuce. Here come the Eaglets, right back at them. Great job by Lainey Larson to get it in on the other end.
She transferred into this program last year. Coach said she's just a sponge and really opens up the floor.
Here's Hunt again. Pulling it back out. Shot's going to be off. Good rebound there to track that down. This is Lainey Larson. Lake looking for anything. Got Creighton on the other side of the court, but they can't get it over to her.
She's waiting for it too.
She's calling for that ball.
And if they can get a nice long skip pass that's quick enough, she's got a fast enough release where she'll get that shot off before anyone can really close out to her.
Yeah, the Northwood commit looking to knock down her first triple of the afternoon. She finally gets you here on the inbound pass. Jessica Asmussen. Great look inside. Way to stay with it as Andrzejczyk had to spin around a little bit, but she does knock it in.
Great pick and roll, though, and that's going to be a big key for the Eaglets as well, using that size. We're seeing a lot of ball screens because of the pressure from Lumen Christi's defense, but if they can get that pick and roll working and get a nice connection going here, that's going to be some easy buckets for the Eaglets.
Now off another runner. Gonna roll off the rim. Brooke Shockey brings it in. Back come the Eaglets. Looking to cut into this lead. Down 17-11. 2 minutes into the second. Lane opened up, but again around and off. Back comes Hunt. Wide open in the corner. Rosick got it.
Left her hanging just a little bit, and a great find from Hunt there.
Back the other way, quick transition triple try. Lainey Larson is fouled.
And if you're Ganton there, that's one where just don't get anywhere near that. You know, with the way that Orchard Lake has been shooting the 3-ball early in this game, there's no need for any of that. Just let them have it. Never want to see anyone get fouled on the 3-point line and go to the stripe for 3.
High school officials are always needed. Over 1,000 new officials are needed each year. Stay in shape, stay in the game, and you can even get on the court. Learn more at MHSAA.com. So this is Larson, the 5'9" junior. Coming in, averaging 11.5 points per game. About 3.5 boards a night. And she gets the last. So the lead is now 6, 20-14. Old Lake has already matched their total from the first quarter with 7 points here in the second. Kenna Hunt. Now here comes the pick from LaFear. Hunt once again driving to that right side. And the triple is up and off. Here come the Eaglets. Going to get a travel there, though. Olivia Wollaby checked into this one. Maybe turned the ankle hair there.
Yeah, it looked a little awkward, didn't it? It looked uncomfortable.
Looks to be all right,
flexing that foot a little bit, but yeah, she looks to be all right.
Here comes Hunt again. We've seen that numerous times today. Steps through, throws it up, plus the foul.
Great move, and we're seeing a lot of things from Hunt. She's going right, she's driving right, does a little spin moves, looks to dish it out. That time totally got him. Almost a little Kevin McHale-esque.
Wow, look at you.
Got him with
Look
the
at
pump
you
fake.
with the McHale reference. Maybe the best feat of all time, Kevin McHale.
Best post moves.
Offensive rebound here, put back up and put in. Great job by Rozak. And now the lead is 10. Biggest of the night for Lumen Christi. Allie Creighton trying to make something happen. She pulls up on the baseline, but is short.
See, Orchard Lake rushed a little bit there.
Yeah, both teams pushing the tempo. Here's Hunt again from way downtown. Doesn't go, but another offensive rebound and another stick back. This time, Tristan Johnson, the freshman, getting it done. And just like that, the lead is 12.
And it all happened really just from a couple of being out hustled. Just those hustle plays, getting in there, crashing the offensive board, getting putbacks.
At Lawrence Technological University, your dream of scholarship-level collegiate athletics is real. LTU offers varsity sports for men and women while earning a world-class degree. Scholarships are available at LTURecruitYourself.com. One of the big things, Patty, is Coach Creighton told us, we have got to make Kenna go left. And so far, she is just wrapping around that right side. Darn near every time down the floor.
She's having her way on the right side of the court, that is for sure. Give her a different look. You know, right now, again, she's getting things done, putting shots up, getting really good, pretty good looks, too. She's working for those shots, but then she's also doing a good job of moving the ball, finding open teammates when she's got them. So, again, give them anything different, anything that's not on the right side right now. Force her left, like they said. Stick to the game plan. That's executing the scouting report.
Yeah, Coach Stein told us, hey, we're not going to win a lot of skills contests. Well, you wouldn't notice that right now.
No.
They are looking great so far. 26-14. How about that, speaking of? Doesn't fall, though. Brooke Shockey down there, hustling. But we are heading the other way.
Again, just getting out hustled, right? You're seeing a green jersey, everywhere near the basketball, and especially on the rebound, sticking hands in there, trying to strip the ball away. So Orchard Lake gonna have to do a little bit better job of just taking care of the basketball, being patient offensively. You're seeing them get really rushed right now because they know they're down 12.
Here comes Hunt. Textbook jump shot. The three-pointer from the wing finds nothing but the bottom, and now that lead has ballooned up to 15. Here's Creighton. Skip pass into the corner. And we're gonna have a reach.
It's almost like she was moving too fast before she caught the ball, right? Settle in, catch it, Larson, and then rip through and go, because she's got the speed and the size, but just take a little bit better care of the basketball.
There's Creighton again, can't get it to drop. Great offensive rebound, though. Jessica Asmussen.
And Asmussen's quick, right? She's going to fly in there, and that's all grit.
Hunt with a tough shot. Doesn't get that one to fall. Unfortunately for Orchard Lake St. Mary's, had about 3 players right there to bring it in. None of them could, so it's going to stay with Lumen Christi. This will be Lily Ganton taking it out of bounds. And she finds Tristan Johnson. Here's Rosie. Pull up in the paint. Rattles around and finds the bottom. Orchard Lake St. Mary's missing everything from the outside. They got to get some of these long jump shots to fall. Let's see if this one does. Yes.
Tough shot. Not an easy one to make. Hopefully that'll get the Eaglets going here late in the second quarter as they close out the half. Try to close that gap as you head into the locker room.
Lainey Larson with the J. Here's another long triple try. That one's a little long. Allie Creighton brings it in, and here she comes. Got room, but ran into a wall. And now back to Creighton. Trying to get around Tristan Johnson, freshman playing tough D.
And Creighton's been really limited in the first half. Lumen, talk about executing the scouting report. That is it to a T. They wanted to keep Creighton at bay because they know once she gets going, then everyone else is going to start jumping on the train as well, right? And it's going to open things up for Old Lake once they get her going.
And she is getting some open looks. They're just not falling along with the rest of the team so far. Here's Shockey. And now Creighton. Little runner. Again, in and out. Nice offensive board. The putback try. Yep, gonna send her to the line.
And crashing the offensive glass too. That's gonna help get this offense going. And you can see it's tough. If you're Creighton, you're a little frustrated at this point, right? Especially with the open looks that you're getting, things rattling in and out. That one, you just got to keep working through it. You got to keep shooting the ball, right? You have to keep attacking. But if you defend and you can crash the offensive glass, that's also going to create a lot of momentum. Just give your team more chances to get going in your offense and in your offensive sets.
First shot is off by Josie Anderchek here. 31-18. Lumen Christi is in the bonus, and the second one is off as well. Here come the Titans. Get it back to Kenna Hunt. And look at that. Inside, half-court pass. Finds Lily Ganton all by herself underneath, and she finds the bottom.
Great find, good look, and again, just keeping your head up on that one. And Old Lake, a little bit more discipline. See what's behind your back, right? Head on a swivel defensively.
And with a pair of hands in the face, they came to trap her in that corner. She found the open man underneath. And here's another turnover by Old Lake. We're going back the other way. 15-point lead, the biggest for Lumen Christi today. And they're looking to add to it with a $1:18 before the break. Now you're seeing that pressure come over from Old Lake. Lily Rosick. Got Brooke Shockey coming all the way out, playing way beyond the hoop. And how about the help coming over? The big block. Back the other way we go. And a double dribble.
That one stings. That one will sting. She did all the hard work, right? Gets a nice block, pushes the pace up the court. I would have liked to see her just take that one all the way to the house. That's where she's been really successful this game, Larson, just using her size to her advantage and her ball handling skills to just get to the rack.
30 seconds to go now. Hunt once again, as she did at the end of the first. Looking to play for last, down to 20 ticks on the clock. Sitting on that 15-point lead, now down to 10. Let's see what she's got. Pick comes over from LaFear. Hunt's gonna take it. Shockey comes out on her. She has to force it up. Do we have a foul or a travel? We have a foul. Kenna Hunt ran that thing down all the way to 1.1, and she's going to go back to the line. And that's big trouble because that is the third on Shockey now.
Yeah, that's not what necessarily you want to see heading into the locker room at halftime, right? Especially with 1 second left on the clock. Did such a good job at defending her, keeping their defender in front, right? But at the end of the day, can't get them on the hip or anything. Just got to go straight up and force her to shoot around.
Hunt hits them both. Creighton at the horn. It is off at halftime. Jackson, Lumen, Christi, our number 10 team, the number 1 team in D3 with a huge lead, 17 points here at the break. Lumen Christi leads at 35-18. Coach Stein, his defense, his team living up to the reputation here. Orchard Lake St. Mary's looked like they had a little something going at the beginning of the second quarter, but it was all Lumen Christi from there. Patty is down on the sideline with Coach Stein.
Coach, playing solid complimentary basketball right now. What did you like out of your team in the first half?
We're tougher than them right now. We're working harder than them right now, and we're making some shots. We got to do that for 16 more minutes. We got to be the toughest team. We got to want it more than them.
Done a really good job of shutting down Creighton, really limiting what she can do out there. What do you anticipate from O-Lake here that's going to come out in the second half?
They're probably going to come out and adjust something defensively to make us do something different. Offensively, we're going to do what we do on defense. We're going to make it tough for 16 more minutes.
Appreciate it, Coach. Thank you.
Thanks,
Ryan.
Patty. Huge lead for Lumen Christi, 35-18. We'll have the second half coming up right after this.
The future doesn't begin with answers. It begins with curiosity. Industries are evolving faster than ever, powered by technology and shaped by human insight. The next revolution is already underway, driven by data and intelligent systems, built across engineering, business, and healthcare. At Lawrence Technological University, curiosity becomes capability, and capability becomes momentum. Lead what's next. Be curious. Make magic.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
That's what Bernstein means to me.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
That's what Bernstein means to me.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T. R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
That's what Bernstein means to me.
We agree.
That's the Bernstein advantage.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T. That's what Bernstein means to me.
Looking for a score, a schedule, a story? MHSAA.com has you covered. Our newly redesigned website has everything you need to follow high school sports in Michigan. And it's optimized for mobile use. Fans can submit scores on a Friday night, check playoff pairings and game times, or read about the student athletes from your community. Your first stop is MHSAA.com. Connect with us online and get everything you need all in one place.
I'm Lauren Plant, and we start the Hardwood hit list on the west side for a massive tilt. Two of the top 3 teams in the state going toe-to-toe. Number 2, East Kentwood at home, taking on number 3, Rockford. And this one had all the theater. Rockford's Eli Wolf was in his bag, pouring in a game-high 28 points. On the other side, East Kentwood senior and Saginaw Valley State commit R.J. Chapman answered the call, chipping in 18 for the Falcons. And we flash back just a few weeks ago when C.J. Reynolds went coast to coast to win it at the buzzer. So the question was simple: could lightning strike twice? Tied at 55, Josh Bascom comes up with the huge block. Eli Wolf drops the dime, and Jaso Poku Ijamin finishes at the horn. Ball game. Rockford wins a thriller in round 2, 57-55. More boys hoops now. We head to the Downriver League. Lincoln Park coming in 12-5, taking on Dearborn Etzel Ford, looking to avenge a 14-point loss earlier this season. Back and forth all night. Etzel Ford's Weesum Alsu-Berry was feeling it, finishing with a game-high 27, but Lincoln Park, just a game back of Woodhaven for first, had balance. 3 players in double figures. Zahir Hawk with 24, Jaden Stallworth adding 17, and it came down to the final possession. Etzel Ford down 2, desperation at the buzzer, no good. Lincoln Park sweeps the season series, 62-60 the final. Staying with the boys, a Tuesday night rivalry in the KLAA West. Brighton welcoming in Howell. The Bulldogs trying to get back on track after dropping 4 of 5 following a 10-1 start. Howell, meanwhile, coming in red hot after a slow start to the new year. And the Highlanders kept it rolling, making it 5 straight, knocking off Brighton in the rematch 48-43. File this one away, the next meeting could come in the districts. Now to the ladies, Mid-Michigan showdown. Midland on the road taking on Flint Powers, ranked 12th in our state champs rankings. Powers led by Liberty-bound Kendall Smith, who dropped a team-high 21, but Midland came ready. Winners of 4 of their last 5. The Chemics led most of the way. Sophomores stepping up big. Ella McLaughlin with 23, Ellie Arnold adding 14. Midland gets the road win, 57-47. And we finish in the Lakes Valley Conference. Our first look at South Lyon East, unbeaten at 14-0, taking on Milford. These two met less than a month ago, a 5-point South Lyon East win, and once again, down to the wire. Ashley Lutz led Milford with 17, but South Lyon East continues to roll. Nyla Lake with 17, Brooke Moyer adding 16, as the Cougars stay perfect 15-0 with a 50-45 victory. I'm Lauren Plant. More of the hit list coming up in just a bit.
And some wins are left on the scoreboard, others leave a legacy. At Troy High School, Gary Freilich's 500th career win goes far beyond the numbers. It's about loyalty, leadership, and lives that are impacted along the way. Here's a closer look at a coach whose impact goes far beyond the scoreboard. When Gary Freilich became a high school basketball coach more than 3 decades ago, he never imagined reaching a milestone like this. But just recently, Freilich earned his 500th career win, a number that represents far more than victories on a scoreboard.
Well, I always loved basketball and baseball, and I coached both at middle school level for a while. After a few years, I went to the high school level for basketball, and I've been there ever since 1978-79 when I was an assistant at Bishop Foley.
Decades later, that love for the game is still what fuels him. Not just the wins, but the opportunity to keep getting better and doing what he loves.
It's the constant opportunity of getting better and enjoying what you're doing. If you enjoy what you do, then you're going to do it for a long time.
And throughout the journey, Coach Freilich has never been alone. His wife Sharon, a constant presence both in his life and at the scorer's table, has been right there with him
every step of the way.
What it's meant for her, I think, is that she's just as much a part of the team as I am, and she gets to know the young men as well as I do, and she enjoys being down there on the court or near the court.
The accolades speak for themselves. Conference titles, championships, a Hall of Fame induction. But Coach Freilich is quick to point out that no milestone is ever earned alone.
It's not just about me. I'm never there unless I have some real solid players, a great family, great friends, and great assistant coaches.
500 wins may be the number that everyone sees, but for Gary Freilich, legacy has always been about something much deeper.
I want to be remembered as a teacher who really cared. And I say teacher because coaching is pretty much the same thing as teaching. And I want to be remembered as somebody who cared deeply for the game and for the players and for everybody involved.
500 wins, countless lives impacted, and a legacy built on care, commitment, and love for the game. I'm Patty Cesarini for State Champs.
I'm Chris Gorski, and let's run it back with the best of the best from the other sports across the state this past week. We start with competitive cheer at the Lake Orion Invite. 9 schools packed the floor, and the host Dragons fed off the home crowd, finishing third on their own mat. Downriver Power Woodhaven delivered a big round 3 to take the runner-up spot, but first place went to Stony Creek, featured earlier in the show, as the Cougars continue building momentum toward a three-peat run in Division I. Staying with cheer, we head to the Catholic League Championship at Divine Child High School. A shout out to Orchard Lake St. Mary's for a third place finish, and Allen Park Cabrini, the Cardinal Division champs, for a second straight year. But this day belonged to the hosts. From 2003 to now, Divine Child adds yet another Catholic League championship to an already loaded trophy case. Now to the ice for girls hockey. Cranbrook hosting Grosse Pointe South in a non-league matchup. Julia Asfor stayed hot for the Cranes, scoring twice, and now leading the state with more than 70 goals. But Grosse Pointe South, one of the top contenders in Division I, showed their depth. Sydney Eichhorst and Tinley Graham each net a pair as the Blue Devils cruised to a 7-2 win. Staying with the puck, but to the boys' game, Livonia Stevenson took on the Capital City Capitals from Lansing. With the playoffs approaching, the Spartans got 6 goals from 6 different scorers, rolling to a 6-2 victory. We shift back to the mat for wrestling, a Livingston County showdown as Heartland faced Brighton, both ranked inside the top 5. Heartland pulls out the 36-28 win, and this one may not be the last meeting. And we wrap it up in the pool. The second annual Maroon Cup with Seaholm hosting U of D Jesuit. Ranked second in Division II, U of D Jesuit was too much, cruising to the win. I'm Chris Gorski. For more in-depth coverage of these events and more, head to the State Champs YouTube page and follow us at State Champs Mish.
I'm Ryan Slocum. We began part 2 of the Hardwood hit list. Rochester trying to keep that perfect season alive in an OAA white matchup against Waterford Mott. The senior, Luke Lower, set the tone early with 11 points in the first half. The Corsairs hanging tough like the new kids. Damari Stevens matches with 11 of his own before the break. But Rochester was built for March. Lower stays hot with a game-high 24 points, and the Falcons win it 56-43 to remain unbeaten. Fowler and Guamo Westphalia in the Coaches versus Cancer spotlight. PW down 1. Grady Eklund with the board, the putback, plus the foul. 28 points, 12 rebounds. The Pirates win 55-46, and it's number 1, East Lansing, taking on Waverly. KJ Torbert beats the halftime buzzer, and he lets the crowd know about it. Dropped 38. EL stays perfect, 81-64. For State Champs, I'm Ryan Slocum.
Every rep matters. Upload, analyze, elevate. Ready to take your game to the next level? Visit reactiontechsports.com. Click the Analytics tab and try our platform free for 7 days. Get real data, real insight, real results. real-time feedback, no sensors. Train smarter, play safer. Reaction Technologies, up your game.
If playing college sports is your dream, don't wait for a college coach to find you. Recruit yourself. At Lawrence Tech, we're looking for student athletes. LTU competes in the NAIA with 24 varsity sports and athletic scholarships. Explore new degree programs like sport management, where sports meets cutting-edge education. Visit LTURecruitYourself.com and just fill out the questionnaire. It's that easy. Lawrence Technological University. Be curious. Make magic.
RESPECT.
RESPECT. That's what Bernstein means to me.
RESPECT.
That's what Bernstein means to me.
RESPECT. RESPECT.
RESPECT.
That's what Bernstein means to me.
We agree.
That's the Bernstein advantage.
RESPECT. That's what Bernstein means to me.
Looking for a score, a schedule, a story? MHSAA.com has you covered. Our newly redesigned website has everything you need to follow high school sports in Michigan. And it's optimized for mobile use. Fans can submit scores on a Friday night, check playoff pairings and game times, or read about the student athletes from your community. Your first stop is MHSAA.com. Connect with us online and get everything you need all in one place.
Welcome back into the arena for the Bishop Championship game in the Catholic League. Jackson, Lumen, Christi, the 10th-ranked Titans, all over Orchard Lake St. Mary's in the first half, 35-18 as we are about to begin the second half. Ryan Slocum alongside Patty Cesarini. Patty, you talked to Coach Stein right before our break here. Really impressed, but he knows, hey, we haven't done anything yet. We got 16 more minutes to go.
16 more minutes to go, and as you'd expect, live and die by that defense, ma'am.
And live and die by the three as Allie Creighton pulls the trigger. She has not been able to find the bottom yet. Misses that one, but a great job again on the offensive glass. Reese Holton grabbed the board, put it back up, and got fouled. Now she'll head to the line. That is one thing they were doing very well in the first half, using their size and crashing the boards.
And it's kept them in this game, and I love the decision to go to Creighton, just get her a quick shot off right away. Again, hopefully get her going early, and if they can get really a couple people going here, especially you want to look at Creighton, then you want to look at Larson, who's also in a little bit of some foul trouble, though, so that's going to affect things. However, if they can get a couple playmakers here, just open things up, right? But it's hard against that defense. They're not giving you looks you want.
And now they're coming out running full court D. Lumen Christi breaks it fairly easily. Three-pointer is off. But again, speaking of offensive rebounds, here they come. Little left-handed spinner, going to be no good, and it is brought in by Brooke Shockey, who gets fouled. Shockey with 3 fouls in the first half. Something to watch. Orchard Lake St. Mary's, much bigger team as far as height goes. Brooke Shockey, 6 feet. Reese Holton, the junior, playing for the first time in 2 weeks, 6'1". They try to get it inside to her. Shockey has it knocked right back to her. A little pull-up from just inside the free throw line, no good. Kenna Hunt had her way in the first half. Here she is with it.
Right idea, though, from Lake, playing that inside-out game. Just try and get that defense to collapse a little bit and get a couple more open looks on the outside.
Here's Canton. Now over to Rosen. Titans going 5 wide here. Lucy dribbling around. One of those sophomores for Lumen Christi. Hunt coming back over, trying to get it. Rosick just dribbling around. Now over to Hunt. Something we talked about in the first half, trying to make her go left. They have not been able to do that. It's Crichton's on her. Pull up from the free throw line, no good. Long possession there from Lumen Christi.
That's what they're going to try to do with no shot clock in the high school game. They're going to try and eat up minutes as much as they can.
Brooke Shockey, head full of steam, goes straight down the lane, gets fouled.
And that's where Shockey found a lot of real estate as well in the first half. Getting down to the basket, drawing fouls, get to the free throw line.
Already 3 fouls here in the third on Jackson Lumen Christi. First one is up, and it is off from Shockey. Senior coming in, averaging just about 10 points a night, 8 rebounds a night. Having her best season, as you would expect from your senior. Needs to knock this one down, though. Team down 15, make it 14 at 35-21. Once again, O'Lake bringing that pressure.
There's the trap.
And they find a wide open Paige LaFear, and they get it back. Been one of the stories of this game. Lots of offensive rebounding for both squads. This is Kenna Hunt going around the screen. Good pass inside, bucket, and the foul. Great job by Lucy Rozak. Sophomore to sophomore. She's got a chance for 3.
Great cut. Sees the double team for Hunt. There she comes, right? Zip, slips right past him, and then just laid on that close and draws the foul.
And the 3-point play is converted a couple of times now. We've seen Kenna fill it up. Man, she can dish it as well. The lead is now 17. This is Shockey. Gets it to Creighton. Creighton now finds her partner over there in the corner. That's a triple, and it drops by Lainey Larson.
Good find. Larson averaging 11.5 points per game. She's one of those leaders that you want to also try and get going. A long pass here.
Looked like they may have had him in trouble, but Lumen Christi gets out of it. 3-point try, no good from Hunt. Another offensive board. Rosick again.
Lumen Christi again just trying to try and churn that clock as much as they can. Don't want to give them too many second chances now.
Drive down the lane by LaFear. She is hacked as she got near the rim and will head to the line. High school officials are always needed. Over 1,000 new officials are needed each year. Stay in shape, stay in the game, even get on the court. Learn more at MHSAA.com. First shot from the senior off the back iron. No, Paige missed about the first half of the season with a broken foot. She's out there now doing work. Second one around and off and brought in by Shockey. Here comes Creighton. Looking to get something going here. And we're going to get a foul. That's LaFear coming out. Bumped her. That'll be the 4th team foul. Third on LaFear. Get it over to Creighton. She's got Hunt on her. Knocks it away. And a great job by Hunt staying with it. Finds LaFear underneath, lays it up and in. Can't knock the hustle. Canna Hunt doing it all.
No, you can't, and that drains the energy, though, right? If you're Orchard Lake, now Creighton's going to try and get something going, try and get to the basket.
Once again with Hunt on her. Good look, though, inside. Great shot as well. Jessica Asmussen, but she can't get it to fall. Back the other way we go. LaFear again. Maybe got a little body there, but the block was clean. And here comes O'Lake. Creighton, transition triple. Going to be off again. And we've got a foul here. Looks like an over the back there, trying to get that long rebound. Lainey Larson, third on the team. Great hustle there, and how about the pass, Patty?
Beautiful pass, beautiful finish. They've done that all game long, right? Just keeping their head up, looking for their gals close to the rim, making clean passes. Honestly, Lumen Christi's just playing fundamentally sound basketball right now.
Little mistake on that one, though. The freshman, Johnson, with the travel, so they'll turn it over.
As I say that.
It's the way it always works,
right?
You know?
That's the announcer or the broadcaster's curse.
The old jinx.
Yep.
Triple try from the wing. Again, off. And the long rebound knocked out there to Johnson, who gets it to Hunt. Creighton on her. Behind the back dribble, step back triple, no good. And it's taken away. Johnson, and she is fouled. This young Titan squad doing work. This is the freshman playing a little D and going to the line.
And it's all those hustle plays. And we saw it early in the third quarter, too, doing a really good job crashing the offensive board, giving second chances for Lumen Christi. But all those hustle plays, the diving on the floor, sticking the hands in passing lanes, or trying to pick pockets and stuff, it wears on you, and it wears on you quick. And now we're seeing it start to catch up for Orchard Lake.
Like we said earlier, talking about do you teach drills? No, it's a mindset out there. You got to want it. You got to take pride in getting after it. And you can tell this team does exactly that.
And I'm sure they're doing lots of defensive slides too, right?
Exactly. How about that little runner from Brooke Shockey?
Shockey did a good job taking what the defense was giving her. Wasn't a whole lot of pressure. And again, had a slight mismatch, backs them down. Again, that's where, again, they found so much success. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Keep finding that.
And another hustle play, chasing down that board off the long triple. And here's Hunt taking her time. Once again, the Titans have this thing spread out wide. Rosick throws it away. Back the other way comes Creighton. Now on inside, underneath, a little flip with the left, off the mark.
That's a couple bunnies that you've got to make. Again, patience. You get antsy as you find yourself down, especially late in the game, but just take your time, get a nice square up, get nice shots.
Here's Hunt, baseline, kicks it back. Pull up Jay, way off the mark, but it is brought in by Boyce, and the timeout is called. And make sure you follow State Champs on all of your social media. We have more than 300,000 followers across all of our platforms. Find us at State Champs !Mish on our socials. Hey, visit our YouTube page, and we have a library of videos spanning over the last 20 years. So the lead's still 15. So we have a timeout on the floor with 1:25 to play. Yeah, I think you kind of mentioned it there, Patty. You're down 15. You can't get it all back in one shot.
Right.
I know you want to, but you can't get it all back in one shot. Slow down, take your time, pace yourself, and try to chip away at that thing.
Yeah, right. You got to chip away, and then you've got to think, let's get 3 stops at a time. We have to get some sort of stop. And they have to rebound. It's not helping their cause either that Lumen Christi's getting second chances, third chances to go and attack the basket, right? Start with defense and rebounding and hope that the offense can start to come along. Let your defense fuel your offense.
So here's Hunt again. Hands it off to Lucy, and there's another handoff to Paige. And here we go again. Lumen Christi killing that clock. Now Hunt dribbles and kicks out of the corner. Triple around and out.
Great drive and kick, though. That's what you want to see.
Asmussen to Creighton. Creighton again. Great job, though. It's Anderskleck. Causing a tie-up. Alternate possession. And it does go the way of Lumen Christi. Sam Bernstein Law. Injured? Get the Bernstein advantage. Call 1-800-CALL-SAM. Olake now picking up full court man. And the Red Sea parts. Maybe passed up an opportunity there, but they're trying to kill the clock. And they get it back to Hunt. We've seen this at the end of every quarter so far.
I'm gonna say Lumen's had every single last possession. They've really been in the driver's seat of this game from the second it started.
Here's Hunt. Off balance, rattles in and out. Offensive rebound. They're tied up right at the horn, and that'll do it. After 3, the lead still 15. Lumen Christi on top of St. Mary's, 41-26. We'll have the final frame coming up next.
Every rep matters. Upload, analyze, elevate. Ready to take your game to the next level? Visit reactiontechsports.com. Click the Analytics tab and try our platform free for 7 days. Get real data, real insight, real results. Real-time feedback, no censors. Train smarter, play safer. Reaction Technologies, up your game.
If playing college sports is your dream, don't wait for a college coach to find you. Recruit yourself. At Lawrence Tech, we're looking for student athletes. LTU competes in the NAIA with 24 varsity sports and athletic scholarships. Explore new degree programs like sport management, where sports meets cutting-edge education. Visit LTURecruitYourself.com and just fill out the questionnaire. It's that easy. Lawrence Technological University. Be curious. Make magic.
Welcome back into the arena at Oakland University. Fourth quarter about to begin here in the Bishop Championship game. Jackson Lumen Christi all over Orchard Lake St. Mary's as we begin the final 8 minutes here. 41-26. Olake needs to make something happen fast. They have not been able to knock down shots from the outside. Allie Creighton with the ball right now. She's had a tough go from the field tonight. Got the big out there on her, and she draws the foul. Paige LaFear trying to slow her down. Not before a foul is called. That is her fourth. First of the final frame. Pull-up jumper. Finds the bottom. Great shot there by Lainey Larson.
I feel like all night tonight we've seen Larson just make really tough shots. And she does it again.
And she's had to. Down 13. Hunt is in no hurry. She gets it back. They go to trap. Hunt kicks it out of there. Now she gets it back. See what she has. A wide open triple. No.
I thought maybe she was going to let it go.
Coach Stein's ladies are in no hurry right now, and a foul is called there. As Paige LaFear was dribbling around, gets bumped. First on O'Lake here in the fourth.
No, and again, without a shot clock, that's what's going to happen at this point. You're down, or you're up, I should say, 13 for Lumen. You're going to use the clock, draw it out. Really not going to take any shots unless it's a layup, pretty much. That's what they're looking to get. Just ball movement, screens, handoffs.
And for those of you who may be joining us from outside the state, thanks so much for being here. Michigan, no shot clock. So Lumen Christi is going to try to take off all the time they can. And another foul is called. Second of the fourth.
St. Mary's foul number 15, Josie Andrzejczyk.
Yeah, you've got to follow and stop the clock, right? Or else they'll do that all day long. But that's when you're Orchard Lake, you get aggressive and trying to jump the passing lanes and try and get a couple of steals here and run down the floor. Get a couple quick, easy baskets. But again, just if you're going to foul, always make it aggressive, going for the ball and try and get a takeaway.
Lumen Christi perfectly content, keeping it about 5 feet beyond the arc. This time, Hunt decides to shoot it. And we have a whistle. It's going to be on Lumen Christi. Hunt's been so good with that off-balance runner there on the right side. Thought she was going to get another one. She did not. Creighton's pass is tipped, but it stays with O'Lake. That one is not tipped. It's thrown away, and it's another turnover. We've got a timeout on the floor with 5:49 to go here.
You know, this Lumen Christi team played a tough non-conference schedule as well, right? They had double overtime win against Toledo Notre Dame, a 1-point win against Detroit Edison, 3-point loss to Toledo Central Catholic, and he feels like his team's been pretty battle-tested so far throughout this season, Coach Stein. But he said, we still have to get into those situations of playing for a championship, feeling a little bit of the pressure, because as you get into March, that's what you're looking for, again, to just really be battle-tested, be equipped. And right now, the culmination of everything that they've worked for throughout this season, the situations they've been in so far, is really coming to light and coming to shine here in this championship game.
And that's why they're the top-ranked team in Division III. Everything you just said right there. And no knock on Orchard Lake St. Mary's either. Eaglets have played an incredible schedule. Just 2 losses for them as well coming into this season. Saginaw Heritage way back around Christmas time, and then Goodrich, who is one of the top teams in Division II, knocked them off 45-24 just a couple of weeks ago. So these are 2 battle-tested teams as we are right around the corner from the big dance coming up here in March.
Best time of the year.
But before we get that, trophy's going to be given out tonight. Jackson Lumen Christi trying to win it for the first time. Looking good right now, but that pass is thrown away. Great job by Brooke Shockey to get in there and take it away.
Yeah, there it is. Anticipating, jump the passing lane. It was a good steal.
Here is Shockey, and she is bumped as well.
Yeah, you can see a little bit of the frustration, right, from Boyce, but you can't have that arm down there. You got to have both hands up and out where the officials can see them, and use your feet. But as soon as you bring that arm down, you give them an easy call.
Tries to get it inside to Shockey. She gets it and one. Just what the doctor ordered for the Eaglets. She's got a chance to cut this thing to 10, and there is plenty of time on the clock.
Plenty. Can't count anyone out until it's never over, until that clock hits 0.
It is 10. This is the closest they've been since the first half. And that ball is dribbled out of bounds, and a foul is called on Allie Crichton.
Your Orchard Lake fans not too happy with that call.
Foul goes on Crichton. Bumped Hunt as she was dribbling down the line, lost it out of bounds, but it stays with the Titans. They can't get it in. 5-second call is called.
You can see that and one from Shockey right now, giving Orchard Lake a little bit of some life, a little bit of juice, putting a lot of pressure defensively. We're seeing that full court press too, and they caused another turnover.
Here comes Asmussen. Gets past her defender, skipped into the corner, but a great job there by LaFear to jump in the passing lane and take it. Hunt comes back the other way, and she is fouled.
Yeah, that time she got clobbered. that one was pretty obvious.
Kenna Hunt, now that it's down to 10, not messing around. She was looking for a bucket.
That's the scorer's mentality. Gonna do whatever it takes. We've seen her all throughout this entire game, working through double teams, going up strong, drawing the fouls.
First shot is no good. Exactly 5 minutes to play. Second is good. Sophomore pushes it back to 11. This is Asmussen. Creighton. Wouldn't be a better time than right now to find her shot. She cannot, but the offensive rebound comes to Jessica into the corner. Pull up Jay, short. And it's brought in by Hunt, and she's pushing it. She wants to go back to that free throw line. No call this time. Here come the Eaglets. And a foul is called. Thought we may get a travel there on LL going to the hole, but she's going to head to the stripe.
You saw LaFear too. She settled in, hunkered down, was hoping to get the charge call, but in the end just clipped too much of the side of the body, got called for a blocking foul. Right idea though, you know, stand your ground, hunker down, hope for the call, and in this case, they send St. Mary's to the line.
5 fouls now here in the fourth on Jackson, Lumen, Christi. Tristan Johnson checking back in. Freshman had a great first half. Did some good things in the third as well.
And for the Eaglets, number 21, Reese Holton.
Holton checking in as well for Orchard Lake St. Mary's. This is Larson at the free throw line. First is up and in. The 5'9" junior Larson, new to the program this year. Perfect on the second as well. The lead now 9. Again, the closest they have been in a while, and a foul is called. Andrzak got her. So now both teams in the bonus the rest of the way, and we still have 4:20 to go.
It's going to be a long 4 minutes and 23 seconds, especially for fouling the way that they have been to start this quarter.
Shot is up, shot is off by Johnson. Freshman, a good defender. A couple of steals a night. She misses both. The door is open for the Eaglets. Here's Crichton into the corner. Good look underneath. This is Laney. Orchard Lake moving the ball better than they have in quite a while here. Asmussen this time throws it away, but a great job, great hustle by Holton to knock it off the defender, so they'll keep it at this end.
Yeah, great heads-up play here. Good hustle from Holton.
Brooke Shockey going to check back in. Going to come in for Andrzak. Wide open Creighton. Finally knocks one down. Couldn't pick a better time. The 3 ball makes it a 6-point game.
Big shot, needed it, got it, and hopefully that gets her feeling pretty good too, right? And hopefully the floodgates opened up a bit for her.
Rozic, that is going to be an offensive foul. The tide has turned.
That's a big momentum swing. And if you look at the replay, again, sitting straight up, feet anchored into the floor, was hoping for a call, got the charge. And if they can get a bucket here, this will be huge, this possession.
Trying to force it into the high post there. Ball is kicked. Trying to get it to Holton.
Lumen, Christi, number 20, Ruby Boyce.
Ruby Boyce, the senior, checking back in. Brooke Shockey dumps it to the other end. Jessica Asmussen. They are looking for Allie. Can't get it to her. Shockey's going to do it herself. She flips it up. It's short. And then we got another offensive foul on this end.
Give it right back, I guess. He said, if you're going to take one, I'm going to take one too then. Stops her feet. She got right in front of her. Stopped her feet. That was a great call by the official.
Yeah, Ruby Boyce taking that charge. That was one of the things Coach also highlighted about his team. They take a ton of charges. Nobody more than her.
Yeah, she's leading the charge. No pun intended.
Wow, well done.
Had to throw it in there. You lobbed it up.
I did. It's what good point guards do, Patty. Speaking of, there's one right there, but it's a turnover. Taken away by the other guard. Here comes Creighton. Flips it up, the high glass, can't get it to go. We have no calls till we get that jump ball. And that will go to Lumen.
Good tie-up, though, from Holton. Now they've got the arrow if they get another one, though.
Pressure coming from Old Lake. No problem for Lumen Christi. We've got an injured player on the other end of the floor and no call. We finally do get a call. I didn't see exactly what happened, but that is Creighton who is down. Back on her feet, they're going to take her out of the game, but she wanted to get back up and get back out there. Hey, coming up is the Detroit Catholic League boys basketball Bishop Division Championship game. Michigan versus Ohio in this matchup. Detroit Catholic Central and Toledo St. John's Jesuit. Catch every moment live on the State Champs YouTube page and Local 4+. Tip-off slated whenever this game gets done. A little bit after 7:30, I do believe. Since we have a few more minutes left in this one, 2:29 to be exact. Trophy ceremony and all that good stuff afterward. Hope you can stay right there. We will bring that game to you. Should be a good one. Met up earlier in the season. That game was won by Detroit Catholic Central. They'll try to make it 2 in a row and win their first title since 2012. Meanwhile, St. John's, they're the first Toledo team to make it into this game. They're looking to go back across the border with a crown.
Couple big milestones for both programs. And, you know, coaches said that the first game, after talking with St. John's head coach, he said the first game, it wasn't really indicative. The score wasn't indicative of the game in itself. Had a couple too many turnovers down the stretch, right? And give all the credit to the way that Catholic Central played the game. But it was a one-possession game all the way up until that point where they started turning the ball over a couple too many times. And you see head coach for Lumen Christi, Scott Stein, talking to his girls. When he called the timeout, he wasn't too happy.
He was barking at him. What do you think he's saying down there?
Oh, the fact that they had a 15-point lead and it's been cut to 6. And he's a defense guy. I think the writing's on the wall.
Been up at least 15 for most of this game. Down to 6 here. Here's Hunt. Pull up Jay. Got it. Here's Creighton. She's feeling good now. Another long triple won't go. And Hunt has it. Gets bumped, and they do call it. Right call there. Reese Holton kind of dropped the Macho Man elbow on her coming over. And that's going to send Hunt to the line.
Yeah, a little bit of the momentum taking her as well, right? But
and I believe that is going to be it for Holton. You said it, coach was barking. The lead got down to 6, closest they've been since the first. And who else took matters in her own hands than Kenna Hunt? And she knocks down the first free throw. Just like that, the lead back to 9. A little bit of a clothesline on that one, Pat.
yeah, I might have got it. Those will hurt.
Both are through. The lead back to 10 as we approach the 2-minute mark. Asmussen with it. Here's Shockey. Laney for 3. Gonna be short, and it's gonna be out of bounds. Gonna go back the other way. Jackson Lumen Christi. And it's Hunt. Three players coming over on her. They get it across the timeline, and there's a foul.
That was a big push, but if you look back to the shot from Larson, just short. Those are all in the legs, especially when she's played a lot of minutes here tonight. She's done a lot for this team in this game, you know, off the dribble or off the ball. Oh, she
definitely gave it.
She got her there.
She saw it after. Oh, didn't mean to get you that good.
A little too much, but again, that shot just a little short.
Well,
you get tired down the stretch here. They've got a small bench as well. Not a whole lot of depth for this Orchard Lake team.
And as you can see, flagrant was called on that. First shot is going to be off. How about the gym, Patty, also? You always hear that, especially in college-type gyms. A lot of high schools, hey, they're used to a wall right behind that hoop. It opens up back there, and your depth perception changes a little bit. That definitely could play a part as well, because it's not just the legs. Orchard Lake's had trouble knocking down the long ball all day long.
Yeah, absolutely. And not only are you playing in a college gym, but you're playing in a pretty cool one on a big stage, right? And yeah, there is no backdrop. It's not like they had practice in here the day before to get used to anything like you typically would if you were playing at the next level, right? So you have to just somehow work through it, find a way to work it out. And I think for Lumen Christi, they definitely found it out. And for Orchard Lake, might have started to get it going a little bit just too late.
Rozic dribbling around everyone here. Going to be out of bounds. They will keep it down here. Yeah, they were literally putting down the three-point line when we came in earlier this afternoon. Hunt pulls up. How about that one? Maybe ill-advised at this point in the game. Oh, she doesn't care. Rattles it in. Lead to 12. Here's Shockey. That's going to be a charge.
Taking another one here tonight. That's what, 2 for Lumen just in the fourth quarter alone, under 5 minutes alone as well.
Scott Stein basketball right there.
Yeah, great take. Get the ball back. Now 1 minute and 13 left, and you're up 12.
As you can see, good free throw shooting team as well. They've been knocking them down.
Offensive foul on St. Mary's 30, Brooke Shockey, her 5th.
So Shockey is out as well. 5th foul on her. Tough night for the Eaglets.
Yeah, I saw a lot of foul trouble, rebounding troubles as well. And once you stack all of that stuff onto each other, it wears, it builds, and give credit to them, right? They brought it within 6. And it's just a matter of how can we do that sooner? And that was one thing that Coach Crichton also talked to us about is in January when they were playing, they played a lot of basketball. And he said a few games we had bad starts, you know, and it was more about how can we get off to a fast start? Or if we're not in control of situations, how can we figure it out, and work through it, right? And I think this was might be another example of what they faced before.
Just 7 points in that first quarter. And that was really the difference in the game right out of the gate. Good look underneath here, though, but the shot doesn't fall. Good offensive rebound. There's Crichton. And that's been the story of this game. Open layup, and it just ring around the collar there and flies out.
Yeah, haven't had any luck really tonight. Just not getting the shooter's bounce.
And this girl right here has been the best player on the floor as the crowd lets them know it. Jackson Lumen Christi and Kenna Hunt are going to dribble this thing out and win it. The Catholic League Bishop Championship. Kenna Hunt lets it hit 0. 48-36. Number 10, Jackson Lumen Christi is a winner over number 16, Orchard Lake St. Mary's. We'll have your trophy ceremony coming up here in just a couple of minutes as they get set up down there. You can't say enough about the smaller school coming in, taking care of business like they've done all year long. Had a great season a year ago. Scott Stein comes in with his championship pedigree over at Ypsilanti Arbor Prep. Won 3 of the last 4 D3 state titles. Did it with lockdown defense. And now at Jackson Lumen Christi and doing the same thing over here. Catholic League champions. And only been in the league a couple of years.
Number 15, Josie Andrzejczyk. Number 20, Layla Litzner. Number 21, Reese Holton. Number 23, Lady Larson. And 30, Brooke Shockey.
Nothing to hang their heads about for the Eaglets. Came up a little bit short here today as we're introduced to the team and head coach Brad Crichton as they accept the runner-up trophy here. And we'll head back down to our public address announcer as we get introduced to the champs. Coach Stein accepting the trophy as the champions of the Catholic League. Happy group of ladies from Jackson. We will hear from them in just a second.
Congratulations to both teams. Operation
Champions of the Catholic League just entered in the 23-24 season, and they are already on top. Can't say enough about how well they played. And shoot, we may be seeing them for a couple of years. Talked about the sophomores they have, the freshmen they have, who are playing the majority, if not all, of this game. Get used to it. Jackson, Lumen, Christi on top of the league. And look out, they're going to make some noise here in the tournament as well. The #1 team in Division III, number 10 overall in our state champs rankings. Let's head down to the sideline. Patty's down there, got our player of the game.
Kenna, this is the first Catholic League championship for this program since joining the league, hoisting up that trophy. What does this mean to this program and this team?
You know, it's really awesome. I really think it's just all this hard work that we put in this season, it's paying off, but we're not done. We still have bigger things to take care of, and I mean, we're not going to stop working, so that's really the most thing.
And that defense won't stop working either. I know you guys take a ton of pride in that, but how much fun do you guys have in that defense?
You know, it's so fun, and it's a team defense, so we're all relying on each other, and it's making our chemistry just amazing, really. So it's really awesome, and it's fun forcing turnovers and getting transition layups, so that's really fun.
You saw a lot of success here tonight on the blacktop. Now you guys see a lot of zone defense. Orchard Lake comes out in a man. What was the mentality like for you to just go and attack?
You know, I love to see a man defense, so it's really just practicing our offense, and as a team we break down that defense. Our coaching, it makes it easy to, you know, adjust to what the defense is giving us, so that's really the big thing.
Well, congratulations on the win. Go and enjoy it.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Ryan.
Thanks, Patty. Jackson, Lumen, Christi, the ladies champions in the Catholic League. We will have the boys championship game coming up after this. Don't go anywhere. Stay right here on the State Champs Sports Network.
State Champs Game Time Live is powered by Lawrence Technological University. Game Time Live is also brought to you by the Michigan Army National Guard and the MHSAA.